Die Cutting Essentials magazine, this is issue 92, has just arrived. Now, of course, you're going to get lots of ideas in the magazine, but as we know, there is a bonus something. This time, there are 4 cutting dies and all of these stamps. So some very good greetings, but 18 of them. Oh, I see, plus 18 sentiments to download, so they're also going to give you that in addition to these stamps, in addition to these cutting dies. Now, the nice thing about these is that there are 4 different designs, so you can layer them, you can do some different things with them. There is a way that you can layer them, so each layer is a slightly different size from the other one, and you get this kind of kaleidoscope look. So let's take a look in here and see what else you can do. Well, as a matter of fact, you're going to get some ideas right there. So you can see that that starburst is using this cutting die and just done 4 times. That works well. Okay, let's go into the magazine and see what other ideas the design team has. Well, to begin with, they're going to talk about how you can do the die cutting and how the layering process can happen. So that's good information to get you started. Then we're going to go into, they're calling this triangle time. So you can see there is that sunburst and how it's been cut together. And this is using different ones of those cutting dies and how that's going to look. Now, it's nice that you can also use these on a slimline card, really any size card, so that's helpful. Fun to kind of stack them this way. You can see how they come all together. And this is also, again, some more mixing, just the tips of them in addition to the full of the triangle. So there you've got more step by step, so that's helpful. So cardstock is going to come in very handy. I thought this was interesting, doing a wreath out of our flower cutting dies, and I thought that was really nice to share. Now, you can do this out of cardstock. You can also do it out of our foam. That would be beautiful and probably stand up really nicely to kind of the wear and tear of hanging. Step-by-step photos just to show you. This is going over a styrofoam ring. So that's what the base is for that one, but you could certainly use a grapevine wreath or anything you wanted to. I thought this was interesting. This is Butterfly Trails. Christina Griffins is one of the premier designers at Practical Publishing, and I just thought there were some really nice techniques. I love that arch of butterflies, doing a larger one. So if you have any dies like that, there's some ways to use them. Now, this is going back to the triangles. Look at that on the side of a box, just taking 2 of them to make a square, and different ways that you can layer them. I thought it was interesting on an envelope. We don't pay much attention to envelopes, and we probably should. Isn't that striking? Just really, really nice, doing a little box. So that's interesting, and another way that you can use them. I always like having lots of ways that you can. This is called cutting corners. So again, it's using the dies. Fun to do them in just different colors behind them. And again, that would play well on a slimline card. Here we go. Oh, this is pretty with a shaker card behind those. So you don't have to layer them. You can just use them separately, as you would imagine. So you can see lots of different ideas. So what I really appreciate with the magazines is not only, well, of course, you get the free goodie. That's nothing can be wrong with that. In this case, 4 cutting dies, all of these stamps, and you get some sentiments, but you get lots of ways to use them, and that's great. So Die Cutting Essentials, issue 92, exclusively here at paperwishes.com.